Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a video talking about the GTA 4 possible port or remaster, whatever you want to call it. This is something that a lot of you guys have asked me in the comments in the past week to talk about. A lot of people have been asking my opinion on this. I made a poll last night about this, asking people what they think of this, and we had about 8,600 people that voted, and 29% of people said that they believe the rumors that a GTA 4 port or remaster is coming out, and 71% said that they don't. They don't believe that. And we're gonna take a look at the sources. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think and if this is actually happening. But anyways, here let's take a look at this. This is an article from Rockstar Intel. I'll actually link this article down below. New GTA 4 release, not a remaster, Rockstar Insider says. Known Rockstar Games insider Tez2 has provided an update on the new version of GTA 4 he recently revealed. His new statements have provided clarity of what to expect from the new version of GTA 4 if it's to release. Plus, we know when it started actual production. On Monday, insider Tez2 told a user in the GTA forums that a source of his at Rockstar hinted at the 4th port and that it should have gone up in a year of development. This means we could even end up seeing it drop later this year. Fans have been begging for a remaster or even just a slightly improved release for current consoles, so naturally this becomes big news. Since then, Tez has taken the GTA forums to clarify what this project really is. The insider stated, "It's not a remaster but a port. This suggests a situation like the Red Dead Redemption ports we got in 2023 and 2024. Some small but nice improvements, though still the same game as before without being remastered." Another thing Tez shared is that he does not know what platforms this port will release on. Some fans took it as a PS4 and Switch release because that is what Red Dead Redemption got in 2023. He also has no intel on which version of GTA 4 they are working off. Tez also said he does not know which studio is handling this port. Whilst many people have speculated Rockstar would handle it themselves, others looked at the recent Red Dead Redemption ports and suggested Double 11 could be on this project. Yeah, those are the people who made Red Dead Redemption 1 for PS4 and PC. There's even a case for Video Game Deluxe, which did the LA Noir port, VR version, and recent GTA Trilogy improvements. Rockstar acquired this year, and they became Rockstar Australia. When did production start? Furthermore, the insider reveals this port did begin development at some point in 2024. Unfortunately, that is absolutely everything Tez has on this re-release. His thinking was now GTA 6 has been delayed. The GTA 4 release could fill the gap. In GTA 6 news, we have an exact hour. Okay, this is mostly talking about GTA 6 here. We want to focus on the GTA 4 possible port and remaster. So anyways, let me actually have some of Tez's posts right up here on the screen right now. Okay, so this basically started close to a week ago on the GTA forums. I'll also link the forums page where Tez2 made these posts, but Tez2, he has a track record of being accurate, unlike a lot of, clickbait YouTubers out there. Tez2, he posts mostly on Twitter and on the GTA forums. He has a pretty good track record of being accurate and reliable, so this guy has made a lot of reliable posts in the past, but I'll link his, I'll link the GTA forums where he made these posts. But basically, a user asked him, "Have you by any chance heard anything about a potential GTA 4 remaster port for modern gen consoles?" And Tez says, "Someone at Rockstar hinted at the 4 port, and by now it should have gone up in a year in development. We may end up seeing it drop later this year, and it's one more reason in addition to existing reasons the LCPP mod was taken down. That's where Liberty City was remastered in the GTA 5 engine. If they still followed their plan laid out from the pandemic days, they'll do a Max Payne 3 port after 4. So there's an opportunity to do a bundle or a definitive edition. Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes and a Max Payne 3 port." And then he also clarified a little bit. He said this: "It's not a remaster. I don't know which platforms are targeted or which version will be based off or which studio is handling this port. All I know is that it entered development last year. I don't have anything more to present to you, so you can take this with as much grain of salt as you like." And one person replied to him, "Tez, I'm playing through GTA 4 at the moment, so I wanted to ask, is the remaster close to the Definitive Edition or Red Dead Redemption? Personally, I love the Definitive Editions. They really modernized the games. Not a remaster, and I don't know anything beyond its development being a thing." Okay, so what he basically means by this is that it is not going to be a remaster, but it is instead going to be a port. Now, what's the difference between a port and a remaster? A remaster is a game being re-released with a little bit better graphics, some better textures, possibly a few, extra things. A port is basically just the exact same game being ported to a different console. So, like, for example, Red Dead Redemption 1 was on PS3 and Xbox 360, but then it was ported to PS4, and it wasn't ported to Xbox, One and Xbox Series X because it already has backwards compatibility. However, though, it was also ported to PC, and it added a 60 FPS mode. So that was one extra thing I know that they added. But typically, a port is basically just porting the game, to a console that it was never on. That's basically what it is. And a lot of people on PS4 and PS5 have wanted to play GTA 4 for a very long time, including myself. But I do think it's a possibility that Rockstar could release a port of GTA 4 on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One. But if they're gonna be releasing a port, I will tell you this: they have to give it PC graphics. They have to, because the PS3 and Xbox 360 version looks a lot worse compared to the PC version. The PC version of GTA 4 looks honestly like a PS4, PS5 game. Its graphics are actually really good. So it's that's what I will say, is that if they're gonna release a port, they have to give it that PC graphics. They have to. It has to have that. And I don't see why it can't have the PC graphics on PS4 and PS5 and Xbox One, Xbox Series X. It could definitely run it on that, no problem, on those consoles. But anyways, let me take a look at some comments here. And I've chosen a few comments randomly here. And these are comments that you guys have left, and seeing what you guys have said about it. So this is from the Swap Meet Flea. They better have fixed the last mission helicopter glitch. What he's talking about is on the Xbox, when you play backwards compatibility with GTA 4, there's a glitch in the very final mission where when Nico has to jump into the helicopter that little Jacob is flying, and you have to tap A, that Nico can never get into the helicopter. There's a glitch where he'll constantly always fall out of the helicopter and he'll fail the mission, and that's been something that has really been annoying people on backwards compatibility. So, but I'm sure that they will fix this. If they're going to port it, I'm sure that they will fix this. They'll definitely, they can't release that with that type of issue. We have another one from Kieran04 here. It's probably just going to be a port, not a remaster, but I hope they include the multiplayer and episodes from Liberty City and 60 FPS. If they're going to port it, they definitely will include episodes from Liberty City. There's no question in my mind. Like, it would just be stupid porting GTA 4 without the episodes from Liberty City. That's, a huge part of the game. And 60 FPS, we'll probably get it. If we got it for the Red Dead Redemption port, we'll probably get it for the GTA 4 port. As for the multiplayer, that's what I'm actually really concerned with. I'm really concerned that they won't have the multiplayer, because remember, when they ported Red Dead Redemption 1, they did not include multiplayer. There was no multiplayer included with that. We didn't have it. So that's what I'm really concerned about, because the multiplayer was really fun in GTA 4. It was just it was so basic, but it was really fun. It didn't have all these crazy futuristic vehicles, didn't have shark cards, but it might be a competitor to GTA Online, and Rockstar wants people to play GTA Online and spend money on shark cards, so there's a chance they might not include the multiplayer, which would really suck. But here's the thing: the multiplayer also is a story, like the Hangman's news story, Petrovich. That takes place after the story, and then it shows you also what happened to the ship that Nico came into Liberty City on. So it happens. It shows a lot of things. Deal Breaker. These are story missions that take place after GTA 4 story. But I will say also, on top of this, is what I really want them to do is I really want them to be able to use the guns across all three characters. So, like, Nico should be able to use all the guns from the Ballad of Gay Tony, and he should be able to use all the guns that are in The Lost and Damned, and vice versa. Johnny should be able to use the guns from the Ballad of Gay Tony, and Luis should be able to use the guns from The Lost and Damned. That's how I see it. I think that the guns should be all across it. We're going to have one big game. The guns have to be shared all across there, because that's one thing I didn't like. I didn't like how we had to boot up a separate, DLC to use different guns. So I would say that is that they have to include the different weapons altogether. All three characters should be able to use all the guns. We have one from AkiBro113. If you hear from Rockstar, then you know it. If you don't hear from Rockstar, then you don't know shit. Ned Luke. Yeah, and that is when Ned Luke was responding to a viewer talking about Bossman, but I don't really want to give that other YouTuber a bit of attention here. But what I will say about this is this might not even come out at all. This might not even be real. And remember what Tez2 said? Tez2 said that take this all from a grain of salt. Here's the thing. If we do not get a GTA 4 port by late November, early December, it's not coming out. That's basically what I see it. I'm not a psychic. I don't know for certain, but in my opinion, is that if we don't get it by that time, by November, November or possibly early December, it's not coming out, because it would make sense for them to kind of release it near the holidays. People would buy it at that time. People also gift it to other people. They buy it for other people for the holidays. They want something to fill that gap for the GTA 6 delay, but they're definitely not releasing it in 2026, because GTA 6 is going to come out in May 2026, and if they release it, let's say that they release it in March or April 2026, that's like a month or two before GTA 6. And GTA 4 is a massive game. GTA 4 is a game that really, if you want to complete everything in GTA 4, like everything, like 100% completion, you're going to be playing the game for weeks if you want to complete every single thing. So it is a massive game, especially the episodes in Liberty City. So there's no way that they're going to release something like that in 2026 to compete with GTA 6. So if we do not see it before like November or December, I don't think it's coming out. But basically, remember what Ned Luke says. If it doesn't come from Rockstar, then that's that. And this one from Croissant Trophy Channel. If there's actually a remaster, it has to come out this year, next year. No one will bother to check it out after they drop GTA 6. Exactly. And I agree with you. Again, Croissant Trophy. Basically, what I was saying is that if they're going to release it, it has to come out this year. If you do not see it come out this year, it's not coming out. So that's basically it. Is if you don't see it by November, December, not coming out. And also from Apollo Space. As much as I would love to believe this, I have doubts. Rockstar is one of those companies where if they don't post it's not happening. Plus, GTA 4 was one of their forgotten children, along with Manhunt, and I don't think they would put energy into remastering a game that many people never touched or don't want to touch. I'm thinking a buddy of mine who didn't like the game because the cars handled like boats. I would love to see it, but it might just be rumors made by the clickbait YouTubers who are losing views, and this is like their last-ditch effort to make some cash before their account dies off. And yeah, about this is why I really don't speculate. This is really why I don't talk about stuff like this. I agree with you, Apollo Space. There's so much dishonesty on YouTube, and I'm a YouTuber, but I will admit there are so many YouTubers that are dishonest. There are just so many YouTubers that they will just milk a topic endlessly. And this is my one and only video talking about GTA 4. The GTA 4 port. So I am not going to bring this subject up again. If people ask me on live streams, I'll talk about it, but I am not going to make another video talking about this. I'm not going to make like 3 or 4 videos, talking about the same thing. The only time I'm going to talk about the GTA 4 port again is if we get a trailer. If we get a trailer or something like that, in a couple months or weeks or whatever, I'll talk about it then. But until we get any kind of new information, this is my last video. I'm not talking about this. I do not like milking subjects. I don't like talking about the same thing over and over again. I did this video primarily because a lot of people wanted, my thoughts on this. But there is YouTubers who will just clickbait endlessly, talk about the same thing. And I guarantee you there are YouTubers that's GTA 6 trailer. There are YouTubers who are going to make like 20 videos out of that one trailer already. I made one video just breaking everything down. I mean, one video reacting, but one video then breaking everything down. And that was it. I'm not really going to, come back to it. There's one thing I want to talk about Phil Cassidy, but that's kind of a little bit of a separate topic. But there are YouTubers who are going to be making like 20 videos out of that one GTA 6 trailer, and I think that's too much. It's basically milking something endlessly for views. But also, one thing that Apollo does bring up here, it's pretty important, is that GTA 4 and GTA 5 have a big fan divide. There are fans who are convinced that GTA 5 is like the best GTA game out there, and then there are fans who are basically saying that GTA 4 is the best GTA game out there. And the thing about this is, if you compare GTA 4 and GTA 5, GTA 4 and GTA 5 are almost like different games in a way. Especially if you compare like GTA Online, sometimes I can't believe that this GTA Online takes place in the same universe as GTA 4. Sometimes I can't believe that, because GTA 4 is a much more darker, serious, realistic game, where GTA 5 is a lot more, action-packed, crazy, action, which I'm not necessarily saying is a bad thing either, but I'm just saying each game has their different style, and you have players that, some players prefer the crazy action, all the military vehicles in GTA 5, other players prefer, the more dark, serious story in GTA 4 and the realism, and even the driving in GTA 4 and the driving in GTA 5 is different. The driving in GTA 4 is a lot more realistic. The cars actually feel like cars. They're not like toys like in the other GTA games. And some people like it, some people hate it. But that's basically it. Is that's one of my theories on why I think that Rockstar's never really came back to GTA 4, because GTA 4 is such a different game than GTA 5, and with GTA 5, and it looks like GTA 6 is going that same route where they're going that crazy nonstop action. They're not really doing the dark realism story that GTA 4 did. My personal opinion, I think GTA 4 is the best game in the series, but I don't have any problems with anybody who thinks GTA 5 is the best one. That's just my opinion. I'm an old school GTA 4 guy. I played GTA 4 a lot back in the day, and also, I grew up in New York City, so I guess, I have some, big nostalgia for GTA 4 in that regard too. But that's basically it, is that GTA 4 is a very different game than GTA 5, even though it's, the same, series. It's very different in style. A lot more realistic in GTA 4, a lot more believable and darker storylines. And that's probably why Rockstar never came back to it, because they just want to focus on the action stuff that's in GTA 5. But I guess we'll see what happens with this possible port or remaster. Thank you guys for watching and listening to my video. If you guys did enjoy the video, do drop a like. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.